So guys, today I get to review the Brick After Brick versus the Fire Red 4s. I know I've been away for a while, but I'm back for good. These are bangers. Welcome back to the channel, guys. If you're new to the channel, also welcome to the channel, guys. That's right, guys, I had a lot going on over the last couple of months. I had personal commitments, I had work commitments, but I'm back doing the reviews. I'm actually going to kind of evolve the channel to do more news content, more release content, and also whether I think a sneaker is going to sit or sell, but there's a lot more coming. There's going to be reviews. I'm not picking up as many sneakers as I was before, so I'm evolving the channel. And also, we've got the Shoe Dog podcast, so please do check out the Shoe Dog podcast where me and the bro, 808 Kicks ATL, break it down and basically go through, and there will be segments of trending topics I'm going to repurpose for the channel, so it gives you information on what we feel is going to happen moving forwards. There'll be a lot more coming from me, but please do stay tuned because today we're reviewing the Brick After Bricks versus the Fire Red 4, the OG and the actual Brick After Bricks, which is basically based on the Fire Red 4. But before we look at both of these bangers, please do like, follow, subscribe, come and chat to me. Let's have a conversation. Let's break it down like we always do. And please do check out the Shoe Dog podcast. Like I said, with me and the bro, 808 Kicks ATL. Go follow the bro at 808 Kicks _ATL. Go and show him some love and support because it always comes and shows the channel love and support. And also, guys, please do the amazing things that you guys keep doing to keep growing, to keep elevating, to keep being awesome, because I want you to win. You guys need to keep winning. You guys need to keep growing, and you guys need to keep being amazing. And talking about amazing sneakers, let's take a look at the Brick After Bricks, because this came a couple of weeks back. It was hard for me to pick these up because I got the bro a pair from Sneakers, and I thought I'd won. I didn't win on Offspring, but apparently I did win on Offspring. I didn't get the email, and then the bro looked out for me, and I was able to pick this up because there's a 9.5 in my size, and these run a bit bigger than normal. And shout out to the bro Scott because he actually came through before I picked these up. But we're gonna break this down and we're gonna review it against the actual Fire Red 4. Don't tell me my favorite because these both are my favorites. It's always gonna be OG over everything, but everything is so beautiful. Without further ado, let's take a look at both of these sneakers. So as we know, the Brick After Bricks, which is this absolutely gorgeous sneaker, released on the 22nd of May, and as you can tell, automatically it kind of looks like the Fire Red 4. It takes inspiration from the Fire Red 4, and it is a second variation, of the brick variation from Nigel Sylvester. This is the Bike Air sneaker. We've got the Brick by Brick, then we got the Brick After Brick. Maybe we'll get the Brick Past the Brick, maybe, who knows, because if they do like a black cement 4 on that actual sneaker, that would look actually dope. But this is the Brick After Brick, absolutely dope. As you can see, taking the colorway from the Fire Red 4, and you can see different variations. The midsole looks like the actual Fire Red 4 with that black midsole coming through with the red actual bottom that actually seeps onto the outsole. As you can see, that is beautiful. Black and that red is not like the Fire Red 4 red, but we look at that in a bit. But this is absolutely dope with the swoosh on the actual toe, and the leather looks so nice. So this stiff but absolutely sweetly thick. It looks like it's going to be tumbled. It is actually slightly tumbled, and it just looks like it's got this premium leather to it. Red basketball eyelets, red basketball wings and eyelets at the top. You've got a red Jumpman, and basically more of a cinnamon red. I think the colorway on the actual box is Cinnabar, but this is basically a red that goes on the back, and it's actually got, I think it's different. It has got Jordan, I'm gonna read it properly if I can, Jordan Biking Co-op 2017 on the back, on the actual right hand side. Yeah, that's the right side, and the left hand side I should think actually has the same on there as well. It's got the same thing, got Biking Corp on there 2017. That's what it's actually on the back of the tongue. That's what it looks like. And as you can see, guys, this is beautifully done with the white laces, and then these are pure white. The actual leather looks a slightly bone white, and I'm going to compare it to the Fire Reds in a bit, but it actually looks bone white. And on the actual laces, it's got brick, and hopefully it's got brick on the other side. So it's basically got brick on the actual laces, as you can see, guys. Back of the sneakers got more of a leathery, thick leathery actual back tab to it with the Bike Air with a swoosh on it. Absolutely dope. And the tongue obviously has a red Jumpman with the flight on the actual tongue. Beautiful sneaker, absolutely dope. That actual mesh there and the mesh on the tongue running up is like a cell actual mesh and a white backing. And as you can see, guys, absolutely dope, absolutely beautiful in hand. One of those sneakers. I'm gonna look at the packaging when I look at the brick after brick versus the brick by bricks, which is the next review. Along with, I've got another review to do for the bro before I actually send the sneaker out, because I do help people, I do assist people, because that's the whole point of the game, to get the sneakers to the bros, to get the sneakers to the people that actually want it for retail. And this is why I actually do this. And also you get another set of laces, which is the Cinnabar laces with this recycled actual lace bag. Absolutely dope, absolutely beautiful, and it's got that Jumpman on the back. I like that little touch to it as well. Beautiful. I'm going to keep the white laces. I'm going to keep it traditional. I'm going to keep it like the Fire Red 4s, because the Fire Red 4s actually did come with white laces, didn't come with any other laces. I like that, and it does say in the insole, I'm going to take the actual paper out. This is my size. I'm probably not going to do an on-feet review. I'll probably put a reel up on YouTube. Watch out for that. I'll do an on-feet for the YouTube channel with all the actual fits. I'm gonna try and keep it separate from the actual reviews. And also on top of that, I'll probably link it to the review anyway. And so on top of that, you get this absolutely beautiful insole. It is a sticky tack dream cell insole, a bit thicker. You've got the Nike Air and the Go on there as well, which is absolutely dope. Go, which is the bike Air. Absolutely beautiful, absolutely dope. I like the little insole, but this is a thicker dream cell insole. Obviously, for Jordan 4s are comfortable, so you don't really need a premium insole, but this is just a dream cell insole. Basic, but it just feels like it feels really tacky, like it's going to stick to the actual insole or the actual sneaker itself once you put the insole in. But I'm going to leave that there. Absolutely fire. Now let's have a look at the differences between the brick after bricks, because this is like a really I'm going to do this because without the insole it looks dope. You can see that it's going to be beautiful. It's not going to kind of like really crease up. It is really dope with that swoosh. That is so fire with that swoosh on the toe. Now let's look at the actual Fire Red 4s and compare the two, because as you can see, when I pull this up, you can automatically see the differences, which is that wings is black, then it transitions to this vastly red at the top, and you still got the actual red basketball eyelets at the bottom. But when you compare the two, let's have a look. One is actual red and one is black, transitioning to that red. But let's look at the colors, because that's the most important thing. Let's look at the colors, because I have a suspicion the colors ain't the same. And when you put it side to side, you can automatically see that red on the brick after bricks is more of that Cinnabar, which I think that Cinnabar comes from the brick by bricks. And that's why I want to definitely compare the two, because it's important to compare the two and see the differences, because as you can see, automatically the actual colorway is more of a deeper red, blood red, than the vastly red on the actual brick after bricks rather than the Fire Red 4s. And as you can see, the outsole as well is different. As you can see, guys, black and white and red rather than that actual classic grey that you get with the white. And you can see the difference in comparison. It makes it different. And when you go top down, you can see the backing on the actual Fire Red 4s is black underneath that mesh rather than white. As you can see the differences, and you can see that one of the meshes is a bone color and one of the meshes is a white color. Classic Fire Red 4 versus the brick after bricks. Slight differences to give the nuances to the brick by bricks, to give it that different look on the brick after bricks. Some of the colorway and some of the vibe is coming from the brick by brick onto the brick after bricks, so it takes hints of the Fire Red 4 into the brick after bricks. And then you can see even on the backing that brick, the Fire Red 4 is more of a varsity, and the actual brick but after brick is basically more of that Cinnabar. And you can see definitely a difference between the two colorways. And I'll pop these up so you can see there's definitely a more of a muted red on the actual collaboration, the bike Air collaborations. And you got that leather tab rather than that plastic tab with the Nike Air on the Fire Red 4s rather than the brick off, or the bike Airs on that actual back tab with the brick after bricks. There's a lot to say. There's a lot of comparisons to say. I would say the leather on the Fire Red 4s is a bit more stiffer. You can see it creases more. I've been wearing it, so there's more of a crease on the actual Fire Red 4s, and it's got that actual wooden, not wooden, but like that cardboard insole in it as well, that shoe tree in it as well. So there is a difference as well. You got more black on the actual Fire Red 4. You got more of that black, white, red hint on the Fire Red 4s rather than just the bone actual meshing and the white and the red that actually goes to it. So it gives a different vibe. So you definitely know the differences. There is a slight difference between the two. I think the leather quality on the brick after bricks is better than the actual Fire Red 4s, but the Fire Red 4s is still a classic. And I always say this on the channel, it's always going to be OG over everything. And this is the everything that I feel touches really close to the actual OGs themselves. I feel like this sneaker is dope in its own variation, its own way. I would like to compare the two, and I think even if I was gonna choose between the two, I would always go OG, but this is still a super goat and this is still a super goat. So both of these sneakers do their thing in their own realm, and as you can see on the actual toe, the 584 is more of that bulky toe, and the actual brick after bricks is more that OG toe. The difference is also you don't get the swoosh on the actual toe with the 584s, which you do get with the brick after bricks. And obviously guys, one's a collaborations, one's probably more desired, but the 584 is still going for numbers. I think it's still going for £350 like in the actual resale market, and still the brick after bricks is pretty much the same price. If you was able to get the brick after bricks, I think it's restocking in some retailers. I think the Paris joints or the Paris retailers are still dropping the brick after bricks. There's still variations you can get. So if you live in the UK, you might still be able to get this for retail, but you're going to actually pay the actual taxes to get it from Europe, because we're no longer in Europe. We got because of Brexit and all that actual hoo-ha that happened with that. I was going to say a swear word, but I don't like Brexit if I'm honest. But obviously you get tissue paper in this insole, and the insole on the actual 584s is a classic black and red. As you can see, I still got the actual stamp on the actual inside because I still wear it with the stamp until it comes off, and that is the differences guys. Obviously you can see the leather on the actual 584s is more stiffer. You can got more creases on it. The more stiffer the sneaker, the more it creases, and you can see a little bit of that bubble coming through when I actually worn it. I might want to loosen up the laces. I want to relace these, actually make them looser. I've changed the way I've laced these sneakers for over the years, so I've gone from this ridiculous way of lacing to actually loosen up laces, which is very important. But guys, both of these sneakers are absolutely dope. Both of these sneakers are fire. Both of these sneakers are amazing. You didn't get an extra set of laces with the actual 584s. You got a set of laces, extra set of laces, because this is a collaboration. This is 185. This was about 180. Similar prices. I'm surprised the actual brick after bricks was 185, because in the States it were quite expensive. You get the peak on the actual brick after bricks rather than the classic, which you don't get the actual on the 584s, because for some reason they've introduced the peak again. And it's just, both of these sneakers are class. Both of these sneakers are amazing. And also one thing I didn't notice as well just now, just noticed the inner lining is cotton white on the actual brick after bricks. And last but not least, the actual 584s is red. And I love keeping the whole aesthetics of the shoe tree and the actual ankle piece that goes with the 584s. I just keep it classic. It's in my shoebox. It's in my actual, not shoebox, in my drop down boxes, because this one of my sneakers I actually love to wear. Put it on feet, rock it, love it, and absolutely like it. Absolutely dope in my personal opinion. But let me know your thoughts. Do you like the brick after bricks over the OG 584s, or are you going to pick the 584s over the brick after bricks? Let me know your thoughts. That was a quick breakdown. That was me doing my first reviewing in the last month or so. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for always coming back. Thank you for always showing love and support. But there's more coming from me. There's always going to be more coming from my channel, so please do tune in, please do like, please do follow, and please do subscribe, and please do check out, like I said, the Tudor podcast. We're going to elevate, we're going to grow, we're going to take it way more seriously than normal, so please tune in, please actually show love and support, and we will be seeing you when we hit the top. But for me, from TJ, I love Kit Customs. Hope you have an amazing week, amazing month, and an amazing year, and I hope you guys cop the sneakers you like, because you all deserve to get the sneakers you want. For me, TJ, I love Kit Customs. Until the next review, which is going to be shortly. Peace out, guys. Peace.